It is my core belief that you should not spend more than you can afford on anything, especially fragrance, but you should not have to spend a lot of money to smell good, to smell amazing, to smell luxurious. And with that in mind, I decided to do a bit of a different video today, and I'm going to be showcasing some fragrances to help you build your beginner fragrance kit or even supplement your existing collection with fragrances that in total will run you between $50 to $100. I am adding a bit of a range because I want to give you guys options in this video. Not everyone has the same taste, not everyone has the same preferences, and I want to show you a selection of fragrances and formats and brands that will help you add to your fragrance collection in a meaningful and special way, but won't necessarily break the bank. These are perfumes that are affordable, that are excellent, that I love, and I'm excited to share them in this video with you. If this is your first time on this channel, hello, my name is Anya. I love fragrances. I talk about them here every single weekday. That is Monday through Friday, 5 times a week. I also publish additional content on TikTok and Instagram under the username ANECHKAFRAGRANCES. And if you're interested, I actually run a podcast called The Fragrance Report on Spotify and on YouTube. I publish a new episode every single Wednesday, and the focus of that podcast is talking about fragrance history and beauty history. So if you're interested, definitely check that podcast out. But in addition to that, I have always been really passionate about personal finance. And with that in mind, I decided to combine my love of fragrances and personal finance to create a fragrance collection log and expense tracker. It was originally designed to be a budget tracker, but since then I have expanded it to focus on not only finance, but also focus on tracking what's already in your collection. So if you have a lot of fragrances, if you have a lot of samples, decants, and full bottles, and you want a better way to catalog all your fragrances, that collection tracker is going to be the solution for you. And I have it linked in my Stan store. So with that being said, this video is meant to help you build out a fragrance selection of perfumes that will kind of take you wherever you need to go. These are fragrances that range from gourmands to more aromatics, woody fragrances. There is quite a large scope of fragrances in this video, and I also have scents in here that are literally $5 and scents that go up to $60. So I'm going to share with you as if you're sitting with me here today, and I'm going to take you through what I'd recommend you get if you want to add to your fragrance collection, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There was a time that I really could not afford to spend money on fragrances that were even designer, that were even more expensive than designer. There was a time when I really tried to find fragrances that were $15, $20, because that's what I felt comfortable spending my money on. And to be honest with you, I wasn't comfortable on spending such a large amount of my paycheck on fragrances. And now I'm happy to say I have built a life for myself when to the point that I can afford to spend a little bit more money on fragrances, but I'm still not forgetting that there was a time in my life where I couldn't. And even now, I tend to be very careful with how I spend my money, because at the end of the day, my money is there to help me build my own independence, and without independence, we have nothing. Everything will be linked below. I have discount codes for some of these, but not all of these fragrances. I'm going to start off with the bread and butter of my collection. These are fragrances I don't talk about as much anymore, but I honestly think I should revisit this category more, because these were the perfumes that I was buying like candy when I first started fragrance collecting, because this was how I got to know different scents, different accords, by incorporating this format into my collection. I'm talking specifically about perfume oils, and these perfume oils are between $5 to $8 a piece on Amazon, and these are from the brand Al Rahab. This is so nostalgic to me because Al Rahab was the first fragrance brand I started to buy a lot of fragrances from, because I would buy all the oils I could find, I would buy all the little perfumes I could find, and these are the top 3 that I would recommend if you are willing to kind of like experiment a little bit more, but you want to still adhere to fragrance oils that are versatile and that are, you know, easy to wear, easy to enjoy. So the very first one that I ever had, and the number one I'd recommend, was Al Rahab's Chocolate Musk. This is delicious, sweet Cocoa Puffs, Swiss Miss chocolate. I remember wearing this and absolutely loving this. And this is currently like $5 on Amazon. I'm not kidding. It's insanely affordable. It's a rich, luscious chocolate. And the thing is, you can layer these fragrance oils with other fragrances. They can help you with the longevity of your other fragrances. And if you want a way to layer fragrances for cheap, these are going to be really great options. Then I have Aroma Soft. This is a really delicious kind of lemon pound cake scent. The lemon citrus here is quite prominent. But then I have probably the most versatile, the easiest out of all of these, and that is white musk. This is absolutely delicious. This is kind of like the equivalent of a Glossier You in a super affordable kind of like clean smelling oil. You can use this to layer with other fragrances. This isn't a very loud fragrance, it's just a soft, clean musk. If you are just getting into fragrances and you want something easy, you want something that's going to not be overwhelming, overpowering, this is perfect. And you can use it to layer with other perfumes as well. So yeah, fragrance oils, definitely do not sleep on these. These are so easy. They're great to add to your collection, whether you have 2 fragrances, 5 fragrances, 10, 20, or even 100. These are definitely good options to check out. Let's just say you want to get some more fragrances, but you want to stay under the $50 mark. This is where I'd recommend really building out when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances. And if you are willing to play around a little bit, I would recommend getting one of the Al Rahab Choco Musk fragrances. I have 2. They have more in the line. So there's the classic Choco Musk, which is kind of like essentially a less kind of chocolatey version of the oil. This is a fragrance. This you can get for between $10 to $15. So if you like the sound of the oil, but you want something that's an eau de parfum, this is gorgeous. But if you also want to kind of indulge in like the trending gourmands, they have their flankers, which do adhere to the different trends in the kind of gourmand scent category. They have a pistachio version, they have a marshmallow version. The marshmallow version is this one right here. This is Chocolate Musk Marshmallow. This smells literally like a strawberry marshmallow. I bought it for $15. I do not regret this purchase at all. I think this is a fantastic option if you literally just want straight up marshmallow. So when it comes to playing around with fragrances, you can totally do that. Even if you have a niche collection, you can experiment with different accords without breaking the bank by just opting in for some affordable gourmand options in the Middle Eastern category. So let's just say we have our oil, which is $5, and we have our fragrance. Let's be generous and call this $15, even though I know you can get Choco Musk for cheaper on Amazon. So $20. We still want to stay under the $20 or under the $50 mark, right? So I'm going to recommend to you 3 options for fragrances that are not as gourmand focused, because let's just say we want some diversity. These are fragrances that are between $20 to $25. And if you are someone who is a regular on this channel, you will recognize these fragrances. But just for everyone's benefit, I'm going to cycle through these really fast. So first up, we have a powdery, beautiful vanilla fragrance. This is En Abiet Poudre. This is a stunning baby powder perfume. It is so beautiful, very comforting. Look at this dent. I have had this for, I would say, 2 years. And I have so many niche fragrances in my collection right now. Times have definitely changed, and I have made this dent because this is so delicious and so comforting. I gravitate towards this fragrance constantly. This you can get from like $18 to $20 to maybe $22 on Amazon. Really affordable. Next is a perfume that will have any niche snob rethink their niche snobbery, and I have encountered a few niche snobs who have smelled this fragrance and been taken aback by how much it is. And I have also had other people smell this fragrance who aren't niche snobs, just, very much enjoy a good smelling perfume no matter what the cost is, and they also love this perfume. This is Kismet for Men by Maison Alhambra. This is a quiet underdog in the perfume world right now because people don't know about this perfume, and I think that's why it's still so affordable, because it has not gone viral. And this is a stunning vetiver patchouli aromatic fragrance with sandalwood. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's like this kind of dry vanilla as well. It's a very unisex perfume in my personal opinion, and I think this is going to be suitable for anybody. And this is the kind of fragrance that you wear if you literally don't have a lot of money to spend, but you want to smell like luxury. This is going to be that. And I'm not saying that lightly, by the way. Like, I don't like being that person that's like, oh, smell like luxury and buy this fragrance, because Sometimes if you want to smell like luxury, you have to pay a little bit more money. You just have to. But this is one of the exceptions. So Kismet for Men, this is amazing. And then I also have something that's a little bit more aromatic, a little bit focused on the tea, fig, a little bit like a milky, slightly like tonic fragrance, and that is Liam Gray by Lattafa. This is like $25. So gorgeous, beautiful. It's cardamom focused, so you have to like cardamom to like this. But even so, like I don't really get like a very aggressive cardamom. I just get like a milky, like tonic cardamom. But yeah, any one of these options, amazing if you want to supplement your fragrance collection or if you want to build it out. So now at this point of the video, we have hit the $50 mark. Okay, but I didn't want to just limit this video to these fragrances, so I decided to pick out 2 additional fragrances that will take this to $100. These are from one of my favorite fragrance brands, Snif, which happens to be a brand that I have an affiliate partnership with. I am on their PR list. I have a discount code with them. You can use it. It's Anya 10. The thing about Snif is that they provide a variety of different fragrance profiles, and their pricing remains to be $60 for each one of their fragrances. And I wanted to pick out 2 of my favorites because I feel like these are going to be perfumes that you can wear no matter the occasion. They're super versatile, and my top 2 for this specific purpose would be Snif's Me, which is kind of like this beautiful kind of like apricot plum musky perfume that I really, really love, and Honey Sweet, which is a gorgeous kind of like soft, lotiony, velvety honey fragrance with some florals. It is absolutely stunning. Honey Sweet is going to be like your blind buy safe, super easy to love kind of fragrance. Me is going to be great if you tried Glossier You and you really like those kind of like musky kind of fragrances. This is going to be like a really good affordable option as well. You can use my code for these both, and they also have smaller travel sizes available for like $25, but I wanted to keep this video focused on like full bottle scents because I want you to be able to have that full bottle experience for less money. But yeah, these are 2 amazing fragrances. I also really love Wow Factor by Snif. I love Golden Ticket, and I've done a lot of content with a bunch of my Snif fragrances, but I wanted to keep it simple with this video, so these are my 2 for this particular video, but just so you know, they have a bunch of different options. So yes, I hope this helps. Let me know if you want me to do more kind of guides like this, if you want me to focus on other price points besides just like $50 and $100. I would happily do more iterations of this type of video because I feel like, especially where we're at right now in terms of the world, in terms of like people's like spending ability, now more than ever, it's so important to really be transparent and really drive home the fact that this is a fun thing. Like fragrance is a fun thing to indulge in, but it doesn't have to be something that you indulge in to the point that you're harming yourself and your future. So I really am so passionate about the fact that you do not have to overspend to enjoy something. There are going to be more affordable options in the scent category for you, and you don't necessarily have to feel as if you're missing out on a luxury experience just because you're spending a little bit less money on something that's quite frankly non-essential but also really fun. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you want me to do more content like this. Thank you for watching till the end of this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.